There we go. All right. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Give me a 5 by 5 if you can hear me. Somebody, something, somewhere. Yes, no, maybe. All right. There we are. Can you guys hear me? Yay. Give me a 5 by 5 if you can hear me. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How is everybody tonight? Hope everybody's doing okay. And can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? All right. Good evening. Wonderful. Just chilling. Yep. Same here. It's a weird Monday. So not too much going on here. It's been a weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Yes. Yepers. Hear me just fine. Okay. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So fireside chat. Sitting out here, just thank you. I just kind of threw that together. And I don't like sitting with my back to the woods, so we're gonna have to see what we can do here to work this out, because you know how that goes. Got to watch my six. So all kind of things running around out here in the woods. We'll do this. Yeah, it was hot here today, and it's still like 80 degrees. Boogeyman. Now, if you tell me it's too late, I got to see him for to get here. It's 77 degrees here. 77 on a Monday, and I don't know about you guys, but my heart has been heavy, my head has been heavy, and I'm not sure if it's a combination of the job, the business, life, and all of that. Um, Anybody feeling the same? Because I definitely have been feeling it heavy. Yeah, everything at once. Every day it's been something new, and not in a good way. Um, but you know, the book says put on the full armor. So that's what we got to do. But I just wanted to take some time tonight and just chill and answer questions, run my mouth, get some things off my chest, and check in with the YouTube community and see how everybody's been. So it's interesting. I was thinking last night of stuff I needed to do, and I'm like, it's late. Go to bed. So I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. Woke up and couldn't really get back to sleep. So it's been interesting, and it's been weird. Good evening, Brandon. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. How are you doing this evening? We're just sitting back, chilling, just talking about life and what we have to keep doing no matter what. Um, as crazy as the world is and getting, we still got to keep prepping. And yes, there was. You're right, my mother Sparks. Another food processing plant caught fire today, and I'm to the point where it's not coincidental anymore. That's what 40 in the last 3 months, maybe. It's crazy. I heard it, and a couple other preppers on YouTube. Prepper One was talking about it, and Homestead was talking about it. Yeah, it caught fire. Yeah, I'd like to know how it caught fire versus it was set on fire. Yep. And I'm my ninja back there, Marco. If you can you do me a quick search and see if how many processing plants have gone up in flames or caught fire? But I'll say this to everybody: keep prepping. I got to check the fire. Keep prepping, everybody. Keep prepping because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Uh, yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on or what the ultimate goal is, and I really don't care because at the end of the day, we got to take care of our family. Yeah, my man, my man Marco, smart dude. That's why I asked. So Brandon, how you doing? What you working on any preps or anything? What's going on? This is a open discussion Q&A. Questions. What's on your mind? Just all I ask is just keep it clean and stay away from the taboo topics, and we'll have a good time this evening. And just sit back and relax, share some ideas. Um, what's everybody prepping? 20 plus, still searching. Thank you, Marco. What's everybody prepping? I know I'm actually working on solar. That's my number one goal now, and I'm hoping to have that nailed down by the end of July. So I'm working on solar. So it it's interesting. Um, I heard something today from one of my sources, and I really don't want to talk about it because I'm trying to verify it. Um, and if so, I'll talk about it a little later. I got one of my guys looking into it right now. Um, so it we'll have to wait. Sorry about that. What's everybody prepping? You're prepping alcohol. Alcohol. Alcohol as in bartering alcohol or alcohol as in isopropyl alcohol. My mother sparked. Thumbs up button? Sure. Hey, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Either way, it helps the algorithms. Um, and if not, then that's okay too. Yeah. So, kind of alcohol you prepping, my mother sparks? Both. There you go. Yep. Same here. That's the beautiful thing about isopropyl alcohol. Doesn't go bad, and neither does the other alcohol. That's a class was good. Our my mother Sparks asked how was class. For those of you that don't know, here at Vision Preparedness, we teach preparedness courses, and we had our first class this past Saturday, and with a great response, and thanks to all the people that uh, paid money, gave time, and showed up and listened to me babble for 3.5 hours about preparedness and things we all should be doing. But it was really good. We had a lot of the comments that came back after the class was the people that attended the class, they wished that their family members, extended family, brothers, sisters, brother in laws, were there as well to hear that because they started thinking of people that needed to hear the information that we were passing on. So we have to finish up the schedule for the next upcoming class and so forth and so on. That particular class is called Preparedness. Do you have a plan? So we're working on that as well as some medical classes and partnering with National Stop the Bleed campaign to offer some Stop the Bleed courses as well. And we have some products that we've just launched. We've launched our own VFAC kit and VFAC Mini. And I'm actually going to do a separate video on those to introduce those kits. So that was good as well. And how many do we have in the chat? Either that or I just froze. And other than that, everything is going well. Okay, thank you, my mother Sparks. Listening to the shortages of medical supplies, and how they are hard to find. I didn't know saline solution was scarce. Yeah, saline solution was scarce, and so are the IV tubes, from what I understand. Um, right now, our medical suppliers were buying everything we can uh, to outfit our VFAC kits and the VFAC minis so that we can have multiples and quite a few in stock. So, other than that, um, yeah, average 25 facilities, different sources. Okay, thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. We were talking about the fertilizer plants and all the other food storage sources that have caught on fire. 25 of them, and that's not good. Not good at all. And I'm to the point where it is no longer, get out of here, bug, no longer coincidence to me. What do you guys think? Coincidence or fact? Hey, hey, unknown vector, how are you, sir? How's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. Pull up a chair, have a seat, and it's just fireside chat tonight. Q&A. Take a load off, relax your mind, and just have some good conversation with like-minded people, and ask questions. Throw out comments. All I ask is keep it clean, and let's stay away from the taboo uh, topics. My mother Sparks says, "Yeah, it is no coincidence. That's true." How you been, unknown vector? You doing okay? Everything you're good in your part of the world? But yeah, this food shortage, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna put it out there. Either they're gonna kill the video, ban it, or whatever. I really don't care. Um, this is definitely planned. This is definitely planned. It's good to see you. Great. Glad to hear that, unknown vector. Yeah, I know. I think this is planned. I have no doubt that this whole shenanigans is definitely planned. Um, it's a shame, and whoever's plotting against the planet, ultimately they won't win. But it is. All I can say, folks, is keep prepping, pack them to the rafters. The thing that gets me is, and I'll be as non-crude as I can when I talk about this, is feminine hygiene products. How in the heck do you run out of feminine hygiene products in the store? I I don't get it. Um, it's crazy. First it was baby formula. Then it was, well, first, no, I'll step back. First it was toilet paper. Now it's baby formula, and now it's tampons. I just don't get it. What is it? There's something that's in the making of it other than the cotton. Panic buying. Okay, I mean, okay. I mean, if yeah, I'll leave it at that because yeah. Thank you, my mother Sparks. Yeah, I don't understand it. Next is going to be air or oxygen that's sparse. But I will say, folks, if you haven't started prepping, you need to begin prepping like you have never prepped before, and stay within your budget. And we're all on a budget, but food, water, shelter, security, medical, first aid. That's right. There you go, Vector. 50 pounds of beans, 50 pounds of rice. Yep. And then repeat and stock another 50 of each. Then spices and honey. Yep. I've been stocking spices for probably the last 3 years. So my spice rack is good. Um, beans and rice. I was teaching in our class, showing folks how to do, long-term storage uh, in the 5 gallon buckets and mylar bags, 5 gallon mylar bags, and just stick that one away and then start with another 5 pound bucket and use 1 gallon mylar bags, measure it out, and then put those in another bucket, collect them, and put them away. Um, yeah, women, yeah, my mother Sparks, yeah, you got to go back to the old way. You got to use cotton, natural diapers, and wash them. I don't know, haven't dealt with it, don't have to deal with it. Thank you, Jesus, and we'll call that a day. But yes, even with the beans, once you get 50 pounds of beans in a 5 gallon mylar bucket, and you have a 50-pound bag of beans put away, start again and separate it out into servings for yourself and whoever you're prepping for, family, so that you only have to open up a gallon mylar bag to eat. And of course, when we do eat, we don't want leftovers. So that's one thing I'm doing. I'm actually going into my deep storage and pull out a 5 gallon bucket of beans, rice, and flour, and open those up and break those down into 1 gallon mylar bags, and then put them back in the bucket and put them away, and then do another 5 gallon mylar bag. Water, folks, prep water. Can you imagine the price of bottled water has gone up? Also, wheat, very good. That's right, my mother Sparks. Wheat as well. It's crazy. Uh, Beans, rice, canned goods, folks. Canned goods. Catch them on sale. Get the 10 for 10s. If you have Kroger in your area, I know the Kroger brand corn and green beans. You can get a 4 pack for $2.49. MMS, whatever. I'll call you. Correct. Kroger, 4 pack, green beans and corn, $2.49. Every time I go in there and I see it, I buy a case of them. I get three packs of each. Marco's asking, did you get your house water filter yet? Um, I have extras. I I have life straws. I'm going to pull the trigger on a Berkey here shortly. Um, but because I have well water, which ground contamination would put that out of business. But yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger on a Berkey. But my heart has been so heavy, and I don't know where uh, everybody's faith is, but you need to get that in order too, mind, body, and soul. So unknown vector, water sources, yep, purification, yep, food supplies, medical, first aid, freedom seeds, exactly, absolutely, gear, equipment, precious metals, yep, mag, people, power source, and communications, yes. I couldn't agree with you more, Vector. Um, you know, especially if you folks belong to a mag within your area, talk often. Go over the plan, what happens, because I guarantee you, people, I'm gonna step out on a limb. Yep, MMS. That's good info for new preppers. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Something, I don't know what, when, why, or how, but within the next 70 to 80 days, something's going to happen. I don't know what, don't know how severe, how bad. And that's just my gut. Uh, so do everything you can do to protect and take care of you and your families. It's you know it it's necessary now. I got stoked the fire. What's a MAG? MMS, a MAG is a mutual assistance group. Like-minded people in your area that you guys come together and settle on something to help take care of each other. It's a group of your people coming together to help each other. Everybody has talents. Everybody has necessities. Everybody brings something to the table. Like within my mag, uh, we have an active EMT medic. We have a RN, and we have a combat medic. So that's specific skills that those individuals bring. And for the doctor and the nurse, they're actually husband and wife. Uh, we told them that we will prep for them because they have skills that are necessary. How do you find people like that without sounding crazy? Well, first of all, are you crazy? I would say not. Um, just ask. Say, walk up. When you're one of your friends, just walk up to them and say, "Hey, I heard on the news that they keep talking about this food shortage. I'm going to go to the store and get some things. You want me to pick you up something extra, or should I pick you up a extra case of water?" Start the conversation that way. You cannot confirm nor deny. That's fine, MMS. I get it. The senator from Ohio here does not recall, so I get it. But yeah, you can start the conversation by just talking about stuff you're hearing in the news. If you're going to the store, ask them, "Can I pick you up something extra?" Or, "I'm going to get a couple cases of water. Can I get you a case?" I have members in my family that, well, we all have a little crazy in us, Marco. Come on. That's why we stand on the wall so that everybody else can sleep and walk around and do what they do without even thinking about it. And yeah, we stand on the wall. But it's hard to focus. We have to stay focused. The biggest prep we have is our mind. Our mind is our biggest prep, and we have to keep that in check. Help the elderly that can't get things. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I have some neighbors that I'm actually going to go over there and introduce myself to them because I saw the wife and they're a little bit older. So I'm going to go introduce myself to them and let them know I'm here if they need anything. But yes, by all means, help the elderly and the children. Um, my youngest, he went on vacation with a couple of his friends um, down south, and I asked him how long he's going to be gone, where he's going. I'll get to that in a minute, Marco. And so I told him, here I know I have a friend down there. Here's his number. If anything happens while you guys are down there, and he was down there with his friends and their parents. I said, here's my friend's number. If anything happens, call him. He will take care of you guys. And I gave my friend my youngest's phone number just in case. So, but yeah, Marco, yeah, I'm in. You're not the only one in trouble. I lost my mind a long time ago, also, and I find it in bits and pieces here and there. What's the biggest prep you have to get done right now? I know mine is solar. I need to get a solar backup generator and solar panels. Plumpy, plumpy nut is nice, and you can make your own peanut butter. Yep, powdered milk, right? Powdered vitamin mix, thoroughly packaged, store, enjoy. Yes, protein powder. Absolutely, Vector. Absolutely. Um, I've since my youngest is an athlete. Uh, we keep rye in the house and protein powder and powdered milk. We've got cases of it. Cases. Right. MMS generator. Yep. Same here. Same here. It's once I get that filled, then I'm moving on to a Berkey water filter and get that done. But here in Ohio, automotive maintenance before parts become more expensive or become scarce. Absolutely, Marco. Extra oil filters, extra oil, tires, spark plugs, all of that. I'm getting ready to get some new tires put on my truck as we speak. Um, it's interesting. I know I lost my train of thought. Uh, yeah, yeah, that part of my mind just left. MMS said you hear that there are some in Tennessee without power for 3 days now, and they don't know why. Really? Can you can one of my ninjas verify that? Power outage in Tennessee. Tennessee outage map. Let's see. Southern Prepper. Okay, one of his. Okay, got you. Yeah, you guys, if you haven't checked out Southern Prepper, he gives a boots on the ground report. Um, hit up his channel and subscribe. He gives great boots on the ground reports. So I'm looking at Tennessee customers tracked state outage as of 9:48 p.m. 4,168. Uh, that's that's not good. Uh, protein powder. Yep, algae powder is good to have also. Just mix in water. Nice, Vector. Nice. So I'm gonna run down this power outage in Texas right now. Southern Pepper One had talked about it, and it tells me that the power outage map failed to load, but they're talking. This number can't be right. I don't know if somebody can verify that. It I don't know. Anyway, right now, uh, okay, they got thunderstorms going through Nashville, and Nashville's reporting 10 events with 183 customers out. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to verify that later. But anyway, prep guys, keep prepping. And I know you hear everybody preaching it, talking about doomsday and gloom and doom, and the world's going to end, and you got to be ready, and they're going to take your house, the dollar's going to crash, and blah blah yada 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 yada. Take a moment and step back and breathe, because that's what we have to do to stay level-minded and even keeled. And I have no idea. Okay, so we've been on for 36 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this to an hour, unless you guys want to stick around. But um, I'm hearing some monster bugs that sound like C4 is rolling around here, Marco. And I think I may have to turn out this porch light to keep them away. But okay. MMS says was a lightning. JEA confirms power outage in parts of the city. Okay. Thanks, guys. Jackson, Tennessee. Source of the outage says the source, a lightning arrestor failed, which could have caused high stress and heat. Okay. Thanks, folks. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that wasn't traveling, if you know what I mean. Service concerns. Um, so from what I'm seeing, uh, okay, we're gonna leave that alone. So what questions? What else? Better bugs than coyotes. Well, I got my coyote arrestor sitting on the other side. You can't see, just in case. I actually was trimming up the wetlands and found 4 to 6 beds that were made, and I know they weren't deer. So I cut all that down, and I'm gonna bush hog the whole west side of the property and not give them an easy place to sleep for the night. Yeah, I'm having a few concerns with the coyotes out here. Saw one the other night that looked like a dog. I had to double take and told him to stay right there. I got something for him. So Vector's saying he thinks mags will start forming when folks have to rely on each other little by little. Yep, through carpooling, sharing info on deals, shopping together. Yeah, and I'll say this: you're absolutely right, Vector. But also within that, we have to be very careful of infiltrators or people that look to get inside information to do harm. So be wary of strangers or people that you don't know that well, and go from there. 3,722 homes outage in Memphis. Um, I wonder if he may not have. Um, Pinball Preparedness. If you guys don't know who he is, check out his channel. He's in Tennessee. I do know that. And I don't know anybody else. Hold on one second. I got to shut this door here. I don't know who else is in Tennessee. So, but yeah, thank you, Mother Sparks. But yeah, Vector, back to the mag piece. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think people that know each other will begin to start reaching out to one another and forming those types of groups and mags. I mean, I have people in my own family that don't prep, so and of course because I love them and they're my family, I prep for them, and it's it's interesting. So I I prep for them, I prepare for them, and I take care of them, and you know that's just what we have to do. So uh, that's a good thing. I know it's amazing. I talked to some of our security people at my job, and all of them are preppers. It's amazing. So we all been talking and sharing. I'm getting text messages from some of my guys as we speak, asking about Tennessee. So it it is interesting that information travels fast. Questions. Tell them you're talking about it live. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. They keep asking me crazy stuff, so I'm texted them now. Told them to come jump on the live stream and talk about it. So yeah. Vector. Yep, Adapt 2030. Right. Yes, indeed. That's a great channel to subscribe to as well. Um, I do subscribe to that channel, and great info, great info from them as well. If you guys haven't, please do by all means check them out. Also, check out my mother Sparks page. Marco, could you throw my mother Sparks uh, channel uh, up in the chat? So, folks, if you're not subscribed to her, please go subscribe to her. She has an amazing channel, and it's all good. So It yeah, that Adapt 2030 is a channel. My mother, it is Sparks. It's a great channel. So if you haven't subscribed to it, go check them out and subscribe to it. It's awesome. I listen to them at least uh, once a day. So yeah. What else is going on? Thank you, Marco. There's my mother Sparks page. If you're not subscribed to her channel, jump on there. You will always find something that will warm your heart, feed your soul, and relax your mind. I often just go there to get peace from time to time and understanding. So check out her page, her channel, like, subscribe, do all that. Um, if you prefer, hit the like button here. If not, hit the dislike. I don't know. I don't care. And my fire's going out. Lovely. I need to hire a professional fire stoker. Oh, that's right. He's on vacation right now. That would be my son. Yeah, he's on vacation. So, what else is on your mind, folks? What else is going on? Questions for me? Oh, you're very welcome, MMS. That's what it's all about. Share some. I don't know if I'm gonna share my coffee. There's a lot of things in this world I'll share, but sometimes a man's gotta keep his coffee to himself. But you're more than welcome to have a sip. And yeah, yeah, I kind of do like you a little bit. There you go. Hey Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. We're just sitting here talking about the world and what everybody's working on. Uh, Matt's one of my guys. Trying to get him in front of a class here so he can share his knowledge as well. Welcome, welcome. Are you working tonight, Matt? Or are you at home counting freedom seeds? Yeah, the world does stink right now. That's okay. There's a lot of good people in this world, so you just got to get past the odor and get to the good part. You know, it's like a banana. It's got brown spots on it. Pick them off, cut them out, and get the natural sweetness and potassium of the banana. Yeah, but it's interesting. So I'm narrowing my solar generators down. Home. Did that earlier today with your son. Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. It My son will be back tomorrow from vacation and we're gonna be splitting wood for the next month. So that's okay. Getting ready for the winter. But yeah, like I was saying, my solar generators, I got to narrow down to two brands, and we'll see who the winner is when that comes in. Ordering books, on wild edibles, foraging, mushrooms, how to catch, butcher, dress wild game, and pollinate insects, gardening, homesteading, etc. That's good. That's good, Vector. Yes. I started my garden a couple of weeks ago and noticed I had some slugs on my zucchini plants, so I had to eradicate them. And yeah, folks, that's good. I'll say this: if you guys haven't started a garden, start it. Do it by all means necessary. Put in a garden. Keep hard copies because the internet will not always be there. That's absolutely right, MMS. Hard copies. Every book that I have, and I'm going to mention this. So here's what I have on my phone. Felt better today when I checked my camping gear inventory. Next, going to sharpen tools and oil them. I have to do that too. Evening, Klingon Princess, welcome. Great, glad to have you. How are you? So one thing that I've been doing, guys, and I have apps on my phone that actually work offline, and a couple of these apps, I mean, they're very good apps, and I'm looking for, and I'm going to tell you guys the names of them once I come across them. So there is one app. It's called Survival Manual, and it is um, a very good app that goes through everything: basic medication, shelter, water, fire, food, plants, poisonous plants, animals, tools, desert, cold, the sea, water crossing, find direction, self defense. It's a great app, and it works offline. So even if cell phone towers go down and Wi Fi goes down, you can still access this app on your phone. It's called Survival Manual. Another good offline app I use is Knots, 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 Knots 3D animated. Shows you how to make knots, loops, and everything. And this is also available. It works offline as well. And some other apps I use that are offline apps. There is a the Army Survival Guide, which is a great app as well that you can use offline, and it goes through everything: desert survival, tropical survival, uh, how to build survival shelters, again, basic medical survival, psychological. What is this? This is, yeah, psychological survival mentality. So that's a good manual. And then there's another one. It's called Outdoor Survival and Outdoor Survival Guide. All of these are, as I said, offline apps. You don't have to have an internet connection to use them on your phone, and they're all free. I rarely pay for any app. And there is another app. It's called the Ultimate Survival Guide, which is very good as well. And there's another one. It's called Herbal Home Remedies, which is very good uh, offline app. I also have a book, physical book called 500 Home Remedies. So just in case we may not be able to get to a doctor, and first aid for emergencies. Those are just some of the apps uh, that I use and have that are available offline. So that's just another good thing. Also, I'll say this: driver's license and passport, either both or one or the other. Take pictures of them. Keep them on your phone. Uh, Pictures of your family members. Take pictures of them. Keep them on your phone. Any other important documents, put them on a flash drive, put them on a SD card. Keep a copy of them somewhere. You never know when you either have to bug out or you're cut off while trying to get back home. A couple of topics I want to talk about that we teach in our class. We have a class called What's in Your Vehicle, and it's all about preparing a get home bag. You know, um, if something happens, it's not going to happen. Well, more than likely, it will not happen on a Saturday or Sunday where the majority of the population are safe and sound at home. Uh, at least if I was going to be a menace and cause something, it would not be during those times. More than likely, it's going to happen when people are not at home. And how are you going to get home? Couple of pro tips. Think about where you work. If you go to work every day, if you don't have the luxury of working from home, how far is it to get from your house to your job if you're driving? Just downloading two of the guides you mentioned. Yes, and save pet shot records digital in case you have to shelter. That's absolutely correct. God forbid. Uh, yeah, I'll sleep in my truck before I go to that last type of shelter, Klingon princess. But I understand, yes. But like I was saying, we teach from where you live to your job. How many miles is that? If for some reason you had to walk home, you need to know how long it's going to take you to get home if you have to walk. So the average person under normal conditions can walk 3 miles an hour. Calculate how long that's going to take you to go home. That's under a normal circumstance when nothing else is happening other than you walking home. Sunny day, it's not too hot out, no chaos, no nothing. How long is it going to take you to get home? If there's chaos or just it's raining, do you have things in your vehicle that will help you get home safely? We talk about putting together a get home bag. Um, Correct. Overland maps are good to have so that you know trails. Yes. You'll sleep in the woods before I go to a government shelter. No way I'm going to trust those. Correct. HSTF, my plan goes into action. I'm not deviating from my plan. Plan alternate routes home before. Absolutely, Matt. Yes. Have a couple ways to get home. So, do you have things in your car? And we go through a list we actually do a scenario in the class, interactive scenario that everybody goes through. It really gets you thinking. For those of you that live in states that allow you to have a boomstick and freedom seeds uh, and carry it with you legally, do so at all times. Uh, Keep it secured safely in your vehicle because if we have an SHTF event and you're not home, you're going to need that to get home safely. Things to go gray, man. If you have to walk, And I'm glad you said that, my mother Sparks, because at the conclusion of our what's in your vehicle class, we give everybody a backpack, and we are um, going with the gray man approach so that you can be gray man. And what gray man is, meaning basically you blend in to your surroundings. You don't stand out. You're not camoed out with boots, got your AR strapped on your back, and heading to the compound. You blend in, neutral colors. You don't stand out. If somebody sees you, they don't think anything. You just keep on going, and you disappear from their subconscious, and you raise no cautions, precautions, or flags. Um, those are things to think about. You know, do you have tools? Do you have shelter? What if it starts raining? What if there's an incident where you twist your ankle, you sprain your ankle, you cut your finger, you get shot, you heaven forbid, you have to camp out overnight. Um, I have enough gear in my truck that I am prepared to uh, stay overnight to get home. It may take me a day to get home from my job walking, and I'm prepared. High calorie foods, snacks, water. I keep a gallon jug of water in my truck and a container, and I have a hydration bag that I can strap on with my other backpack I carry and do all that. So those are the things to think about. And that particular class is our second most popular class, right behind our preparedness class. And I will say this, folks: start thinking about things in your vehicle, necessities for overnight shelter, tarps, fire starter kits, water, snacks, food, things like that that can sustain you overnight. Because if you have to camp overnight, you need to get somewhere inconspicuous and to be able to protect yourself. Um, Flashlight is number one. Every guy and lady should carry a flashlight. I don't care what type, carry a flashlight. Start thinking about that, folks, because I say when something happens, we're not going to be home, and it's going to take those types of items and preparedness to get home safely. Have a plan. That's huge. Have a plan. Does your family know what to do if something goes down and everybody is scattered? You know, um, my family does. My son knows. My daughter knows. My whole family knows what to do if something goes down. I send out a text, and everybody knows what to do. And here's the thing: if you're going to send a text, don't make it sentences. Think up some type of code that everybody knows what the code means, so you can send a quick text and keep it moving. You don't have to put out a long sentence. You put in your code, send it to your group of your family members or whoever, and they're out, and they know exactly what to do and execute. Oh yeah, a knife is exactly right. What happens if you can't send a text because the electronics are down? Okay, so if we can't send a text, that means cell phone towers are done. Can't get a message. Now, I also carry ham radios and short two-way radios. Um, in the event that you can't get a text, everybody knows automatically in my group and in my family that if there's a emergency within the city, the plan is immediately executed. without communications. Execute it. Everybody knows where they're supposed to go and what they're supposed to do. So that's part of the plan. Talk about it. Klingon Princess says, my daughter is moving to my town in August from Seattle, 2 states away. I can't express how relieved I will be to have her near. Um, it has been my target, my largest worry with her so far. I understand. I get it. I get it. And I'm so glad to hear that, Klingon Princess, that your daughter's moving closer to you because there's nothing more important to us other than our children. That's great. And my man Marco says he might have to start training carrier pigeons for messages. Okay, Marco, we're going to have to flip pigeons. That's fine, but it does work. It does work. Absolutely, that works. Let me know how that works out for you. But yeah, people think planning is not necessary. Well, I beg the difference because number one, planning does a couple of things. Planning takes away fear if something goes down because we execute our plan. Matt says GMRS radios are another good option. Not very private, but the base radios are getting more powerful. That's absolutely right, Matt. And uh, GMRS radios work very well. You're right; they're not that private, but you can use them to listen to get more information. That's very good, very good. GMRS radios are great. I have a couple of those as well. And in the event of something, I'm turning that on to listen first as I'm using other means of communication. And that's the great thing about them. GMRS radios and ham radios, if the cell phone towers go down, those radios will still work. Um, as Vector says, got to maneuver and stick one plan when comms are down. Yep, predetermined course of action. I know a person will be at location B regardless of comms, up or down. That's absolutely right because that's part of your plan. And if you know that you're meeting somebody at location XYZ, you're going to go to X, Y, and Z regardless because that's part of your plan. Excellent. Excellent comment, Vector. Klingon Princess, I looked on your about section for your classes link. Do you have a website? I've seen you in chats and trusted you to be a good source. Would be interested in taking the classes. Thank you, Klingon Princess. To answer your first question, our website is under construction. It'll be done here shortly. Number two, currently our classes are local here in our city, but we will be expanding them to the internet. And what I'm planning to do is literally offer them live online uh, behind a paid wall. And we're working on that as well. So that way we can reach a wider audience. And again, thank you for considering me a trusted source. I'm definitely trustworthy. I don't know about a source, but I'll be the first to tell you if I know something or not. I will never pretend to know everything because I don't. Um, yes, please. Uh, Marco, contact information. Can you drop my Gmail address. You can, matter of fact, Klingon Princess, email me at visionpreparedness at gmail.com. And anybody else that's interested in our classes, and we'll get something worked out here. And Marco, could you drop contact email? Yeah, visionpreparedness at gmail.com. Thank you. Those are my peeps that look out for me because I have a billion and one things going on. Just a quick other thing we're doing, and I'll mention this as well. We're coming out with a line of IFAC kits, medical supplies, which were previewed last week in one of our classes. We're putting out a Vision Medical VFAC standard trauma kit and a VFAC mini kit. This is something that has been on my heart for about 6 months as I was prepping medical gear and supplies. And we found a great source, and we're partnering with them. And we're actually literally building our own trauma kits with tourniquets, chest seals, hemostatic gauze, a whole bunch of other stuff, life-saving kits. Also, if anybody is interested in a year's supply of antibiotics, we also partnered with Jace Medical. I think it's $259. You'll have a doctor subscribe medical or antibiotics. It's on the front of our YouTube page, right there at the bottom right hand corner of our banner. That's our affiliate link. You can click on that and it will take you to Jace Medical. And it's very easy. I have my supply. And once I went through it, I was like, this is amazing. And it came in about 2 weeks or less. My mother sparks, tweezers. Yes. Do you want tweezers with or without a flashlight? That's an inside joke. I was talking with my mother Sparks and my man Marco about our VFAC kit, our trauma kits, and all she kept saying was put in tweezers. And we have a med pack that is for splinters that actually has tweezers with a built-in flashlight, so you can see exactly what you're doing. And once our website's up, all this stuff will be here. But if you're interested in a first aid kit or a trauma kit, we custom pack them. Exactly, Klingon Princess. Stop the Bleed. I took that as well, active shooter class through the fire department as well. It's a great class and everybody should take it. We're actually here at Vision Preparedness LLC getting certified to teach free Stop the Bleed classes. It is an amazing course. So it is great. That is good, Klingon Princess, because I was getting to that. And that is a great class. And all of our trauma kits are based on the March E concept. And my sniper that's sitting back there knows exactly what it is. March, massive bleeding, airway, circulation, head injury, and hypothermia. So that's a great class. If any of you have not taken a Stop the Bleed class, look into it. They're free, and it's great training. And in our class, soon as I have to take the Stop the Bleed instructors course, and then our company can start teaching Stop the Bleed, which is great. Okay, we're at the hour 14 mark. Um, we're gonna go about 15 more minutes or less, and we're gonna call it a night. First of all, I want to thank everybody for jumping on and actually wanting to hang out with a person like me. Um, my moderators, thank you. My medical advisor, thank you. My friends, thank you. Um, active shooter classes are awesome. They're sure make you think. Yes, they will, my mother Sparks. I'm also uh, head of security at my church, and uh, we conceal and carry. And I teach my guys. We do active shooter scenarios, the whole nine, and it really makes you think about what's going on and how to prepare for something like that. Um, it really makes you think and train. If you guys have weapons, train. Okay, please train. That's almost like having a toothbrush and never brushing your teeth. Brush your teeth. Thank you. Train. Train with your weapon. I know ammo's expensive, but you can dry fire train. Train. Um, run, hide, fight. Uh, okay. Yes. I don't know about the run. It's more like dodge, duck, and return fire. Train. Train with your weapon. Uh, train with those in your house. Teach them how to shoot. Talk about a plan of action. Know what you have. Take inventory of your freedom seeds. I recommend 2,000 rounds per caliber. And, you know, how much ammo do we need? All of it. How many freedom seeds do we need? All of them. It's good. You know, uh, I truly believe we're coming into something we've never encountered before. And I hope I'm wrong, but it's going to get tough for all of us. It gets right. Exactly, Klingon Princess, all of it. That's right. I want it all of it. Just dump it back here, and I'll bury it in the woods. I want it all. Um, but I truly believe we're going to see some. We're going to see an event that we've never seen before, and it's going to be tough on everybody economically, um, everything. So if you have family members that aren't prepping, talk to them. You know, and if you have family members that just won't prep for them because eventually they're going to end up at your house. You know, I currently prep for the majority of my family members. Vector says when it comes to firearms, I was taught that weapons are smarter than you. You are always the dummy. Always second guess and make sure if you're on fire safe chamber, check muzzle direction. Yep. Well, because I carry the G19, my safe is my finger not on the trigger, and I always have one in the chamber. And I know where I'm pointing. Where I'm pointing is where the freedom seed is going. But yes, you're absolutely right, Vector. Do I generally go live on Monday night? I hit the all notifications bell, but it helps to keep know what to expect. Well, here's a quick poll. What's the best night for everybody for me to go live? Monday was my makeup for not putting out a video on Thursdays. I normally put out videos on Thursdays, Klingon Princess, um, and I try to go live a couple times a month. Would you guys be up to a regular once a week live? I can do that, and if so, what night would you like to do it on? Thursday or Friday for me, but you already know that. That is true, Mother Sparks. Thursday or Friday is good for me too. This was a spur of the moment Klingon Princess, because I just said, you know what, I'm going live tonight, and set it up last night while talking to some friends, and here we are. So yes, Thursday or Friday. Um, yeah, Thursdays would be good for me. That would cover my excuse if I didn't get a chance to get a video out on Thursday. What do you guys say? Vector, what night would you prefer live, or if you prefer live? You like to hang out at Mad Shad's on Friday night? It's a good decompression time. Any other night is good. Thursday, okay. Klingon Mother, so that's three for Thursday. Marco, what do you say? Vector, Matt, whoever else is in the chat? Didn't try to rhyme, but that sounds good. What night's good for you? Thursday night's good for a live? If so, just give me a yes or no, maybe, don't care, don't know. And if not, we'll make it Thursdays. I'm gonna have to try to get some guests on here. There's one person I'm working on that I think is pretty well known in the community, and if I can get him on, we'll do a live with him and see what's happening. Sure. Okay. Klingon Princess says Thursday. Matt says Thursday. Even if just bi weekly would be good too. We can talk. After 9:15, Marco's good. Thursdays are good. Okay, so we'll do Thursdays 9:30, and we're gonna keep it to an hour. We've actually been on an hour and 22 minutes. So Thursdays, there it is. That's good. I love it when a plan comes together. So we'll do Thursdays. Thursdays at we'll do 9:30, same time. I can share it out as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Klingon Princess. Roger that. 21:30 it is. You said it, Vector. So, folks, anything else on your mind? Any questions? I've been running my mouth, and we've had great conversation back and forth. Um, I got a question for y'all. What do y'all think about this gun control bill they're trying to pass? Yeah, Marco, the fire's out. I'm done, and I'm not throwing no sparks to get it started. Yeah, yeah, MMS. Yeah, that bill they're trying to jam down our throats. I don't think it's going to pass. I hope it doesn't, and it better not. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, but it's not only, well, first of all, they're trying to take the Second Amendment away, and in trying to do that, they're violating our Fourth Amendment rights. Democratic strategy is to give criminals free reign to get gun crime to commit gun crimes, to make the case more restrictive. Absolutely. Yeah, they don't care about the law abiding citizen. No. Oh lordy. Oh, California. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Klingon princess. Um, yeah, yes, yeah. U.S. populace must be disarmed before they can, right, permanently take away, right. And I think it was a couple years ago. I heard some guys from Austria right after they took all the weapons in Austria from the citizens there, and they pleaded to the United States, to the people of the United States, saying, please never give up your Second Amendment rights, because if they take your guns, the world is going to fall. Um, yeah, you're right, Klingon princess. Yeah, you, I completely agree with you. Um, but yeah, Austria said, please, Americans, do not let the Second Amendment be taken away from you, because we hold the peace of the planet in our hands and within our Second Amendment rights in this country. Australia, correct. Right. Thank you, Marco. But yeah, it's I my stance on that is I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, and I'll leave it at that. It's a farce, and yeah. Any questions, guys? It's 10:26, and we're gonna go 4 minutes. 10:30, we're done, or 11 o'clock, we're done. Yeah, we're going to go a couple more minutes. It's 11 o'clock. We've gone an hour and 26 minutes. So censorship, disarmed citizens, track and surveillance. Yep, re-education. Yeah, that's true. Hey, yeah, you're welcome, Vector. So if you guys see Vector's comment, his comment is, thank you, Vision, for the vision. I forget, I'm trying to think what video it was I did, and that was his uh first thing he said. He was like, thank you for the vision. He said, thank you, Vision, for the vision. And from that moment on, it clicked, because that's actually part of why and how I came up with the name Vision Preparedness, is looking ahead, seeing the big picture, thinking out of the box within preparedness and community, and with helping others, um, and all of that. And I'm a nobody trying to help everybody. That's all I can say there. I'm a nobody trying to help everybody, and you know, you guys, you're my YouTube family, and you know, without you guys, I hope if you just learn one thing or a half a thing that this guy right here in front of you with the fire put out, and probably a pack of coyotes roaming around back there in the woods, uh, that you learn one thing. Um, I've done the best in everything I could. Y'all don't know me well, but I'll say something, turn it tongue in cheek, praise the Lord, and pass the ammo. You got that right, and use humor to deflect pain. I'm with you, Klingon princess. Hey, hey, and one thing you know, and I'll say this to you, because we really don't know each other that well, but but we all are having pain right now, and that's actually one of the reasons why I went live tonight, because I just needed to talk and vent. I have two friends that some of my peoples I talk to on Skype, and every time I get on Skype with them, we talk no less than a minimum of 3 hours, And the next thing I know, it's time to get up and go to work. Um, so I needed to vent tonight, and that's why I'm here. Just discovered California organization that focuses on helping disabled and their caregivers prep. That's awesome. It is a concern for me to help them, not for end of the world, but for natural disasters and stuff. That's great, Klingon princess. That's great. CCP military doctrine of unrestricted warfare. Yes, use of drugs to weaken the base population uh, of enemy. Yep, fentanyl. Yep, isotangent. Exactly. You're right, Vector. Yes. Um, yeah. That's. There's a book I was going to mention. I can't even think of the name of it. Um, yes, I can because uh, I know where I got it, and this is a book that I'm getting ready to buy, and it is on Amazon, and I'm going to share the name of it because it was recommended to me, and the book is called Resistance Operating Concepts, and the author is Otto Fiala. Resistance Operator Resistance Operating Concept. Take a look at that. And that is a book I'm adding to my library. Okay, folks, it's 1:30. We've been on an hour and a half. It's 5 after 11 Eastern Standard Time. I truly, truly, truly want to thank everybody for showing up. Again, Klingon Princess, drop me an email, visionpreparedness@gmail.com. Whatever I can do to help, I will. I'll let you know of our classes. I'm going to kick our content creators to get the website finished so that we can spread our reach, not just within our city, within our state, but within our country to help everybody. My mods, my mother Spark, my sniper in the bushes, Marco, thank you guys for being you. Blessings to everybody. Um, Once again, keep prepping, because your families are depending on you and your life depends on it. Vision's preparedness. God bless everybody, and everybody have a good evening. Good night.